the game. Goal though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 14-yard line. 160 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Brady going to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Looking deep for Julio. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Dallas offense set for this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also...
Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Mahomes to throw it. That's complete to Lamb. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. 1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this one not going anywhere. They get it to 44 for a gain of just a yard. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So after the INT, it's Brady. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here comes Diggs. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They start the drive on the ground, Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
He gets this to Devontae Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
An early task. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Rodgers. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. try to pound it in. Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A 22-yard attempt.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And right side, Henry's got it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jake Camarda now. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete as well.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. From midfield, here's Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. They're going to look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So no scoring in our 1st half. What will the 2nd half bring as we are now back underway? Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady, throw left side, complete. That's Hill. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Tyreek Hill's got another one. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll try the right side with Henry. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Henry up the middle. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Henry. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. He hits it. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers again now. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. He's back to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff to Henry. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. A give to Henry. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, And they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Right to the air is Rodgers.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line.
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
In today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Stopped for a loss by the safety, Antoine Winfield Jr.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers going to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. Brady now on first down. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 36, Brady right back to Chris Godwin. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On third down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll take it inside the 25.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Inside handoff, Henry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Throwing is Brady on third down. And a catch right side by Evans. He's got the first down and more. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Buccaneers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. On first down, Rodgers gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
All-pro receiver Michael Thomas missed all of 2021 while recovering from an ankle injury, but we'll never forget that he set an NFL record in 2019 with 145 catches.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point up and good by Succop, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Bucs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And this is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand-checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact. Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And Rudolph has it left side. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Throwing now is Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
A 33-yarder from the left hash. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 36, Brady. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first down carry for Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it'll make it a 2nd down. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Here's Kamara off the draw. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Again, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. The quick slant caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 24. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Rodgers now on first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit is going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number one cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Now Rodgers.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This fielded, and look at this, right away a loose football, and this is picked up by the Saints. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And Diggs has it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Landry, agile footwork. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. From the 41, Mahomes, the left side caught by Diggs. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Steps away. They complete it to Hill. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this throw incomplete.
of a defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Running left, it's Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Even in a down year statistically, Juice Landry still produced over 50 catches to lead Cleveland in his final season there. A milestone awaits Landry, though, this season. He's almost a lock to jump into the top 50 all-time for receptions. One of those goes for a first down this time.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
And again, it's Mahomes.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Mahomes now on first down. And Thomas has it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
Shaq Barrett's motor just keeps on running in Tampa Bay. Another 10 sacks for him in 2021. He's up to 37 in 3 seasons with the Buccaneers.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brady. And finding the tight end Rudolph.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Down the sideline he goes. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Henry is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Ryan Succop on for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards. And the Buccaneers strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. gets ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now Mahomes. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Mahomes will throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Here's Mahomes. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw it. This is caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Yeah, smart, baby. Let's go, boy. Let's go.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Finding Rudolph. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Brady. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw, Brady. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Brady to throw. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And incomplete on the deep ball. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle.
He'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Now Brady. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Bucs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
From midfield, here's Brady. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
A give to Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now Brady. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution is pretty darn good.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Connecting with Hill. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So it's a win for the Bucs here. And the guy leading the charge, who else? He's done it for more than 2 decades now, Tom Brady.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.